So that time again, something has broken. Here we have a necessity in my life. It is a DVD player. It's linked up to the car and it attaches to the back of the car seat via here and here. And as you can see, right here, if you can see that, this is cheap plastic. This one broke and I super glued it. Now this one's broke and I need a more temporary fix. It is not fit for purpose, unfortunately. The DVD player itself's good. This wee bit at the back comes out and that's just used as a stand. It is a good DVD player for the car. It's a good size, but this here and here is not fit for purpose, and I would never use it in any other circumstance. I wouldn't use it on flights, I wouldn't use it in the house. It's just a godsend on car journeys. Unfortunately, 2 young children, anything over half an hour is just, it's made a lot easier with one of these things. They can watch their Frozen DVDs or their Finding Nemo or their Toy Story that they wouldn't normally get to see unless it was a special occasion. But it's secured with this. So the strap goes through here, supposedly, across here, and then it's obviously came out because it's broken, but it's buckled together with this, and it's just not going to do it, and it's going to continually break. So I do have the bit to super glue it, and I'm not doing that because it's just not sustainable. It's going to break again and again and again. So I need something more permanent. Luckily, they had the presence of mind to put this in. Screw hole, which you would use very similar to tripods, GoPros, all the mounts. And I do a fair bit of kayaking, so I have bolts and mounts for my fishing rods that this fits. So a couple options: eye bolts, eye bolts with the correct thread. So if there's a way I could fabricate that one, but I don't think that is what I'm going to use. I don't think that is the option I'm going to go with. There is a much larger screw bolt with the eye, and that would come right all the way through the back, through the top of the headrest, and possibly could have been an option. But I think what I'm going to go with, I think the winner is going to be these. These are just real lightweight aluminium bolts that I've found are good for just plugging the holes until you need to use them. Usually used for putting garden sheds up and things like that. But these fit the bill quite nicely. These screw in and they're pretty robust, and that's not going anywhere. So I think this is what I'm going to use. My idea is get the strap, put a hole in the middle, of where it would sit, which is here. Put a hole in there, put a wee grommet through, and then have this bolt sitting through here, and then I can take it on and off whenever I please without thinking that it's going to get damaged. So if I'm putting a hole in here, I think I might use my soldering iron. Go with soldering iron to start with, and I've got plenty of this, so if I make a mistake it's okay. So pause just now. I'm going to get the soldering iron, mark up when I need to put it in, and have a shot at fixing this, because we have booked Edinburgh Zoo for my son's birthday, my eldest son's birthday, and we're travelling through there. It's about 45-50 minutes, maybe an hour, and they're great travellers, they really are, but it just makes it easier for everyone, keeps them happier if they can watch a wee film. So with that said, pause, and I'll set up the soldering iron, hopefully get this show on the road. Right, back in business. The riveter, which I haven't mentioned, bought in as an add-on item, a couple of quid on Amazon to get free delivery once. That's the die. You put the grommet, not the riveter, the grommet goes on top of the die, and then there's a wee washer at the top that goes on the top, and then oops, put this on top, give it a good hammer, and it's supposed to go in. Never used it before, don't know if it's going to work, don't really need it, but it might give a wee bit of extra protection. Soldering iron's up to temperature. I've kind of roughly, you can see where it's been bent around the headrest, so roughly in the middle of that's where I want to be putting my hole. So without further ado, I'm going to try and make a nice neat hole in the middle of this, roughly about here. There we go, and that's actually worked. Whoops. That has actually worked out a million times better than I could ever have expected. I am super happy with that. I actually can't believe how well that's looking. And because it's so warm, kind of cauterizes the nylon. See that? It stops it from fraying. So I could actually just put the bolt through as it is just now. But I'm going to give the riveter a bash, the grommet thing a bash, because, well, I bought it and we'll try and use it. There doesn't seem to be any nylon. That's going to focus, but there doesn't seem to be any on the end of that, so that's still nice and clean. I actually don't even care if it's not. I'm just going to switch it off though. Unplug it for now. Oh. Because I'll end up burning myself, knowing my luck. So I'll put it out on the concrete floor to cool down for now. So next, we need to put a wee, I'll try at least to put a grommet through there. Now I've already tested, and I know that grommet fits through there relatively snugly. So if this works out, I'll be quite happy. If not, the wee grommet can just come off, and I'll just do it with just a nylon, and that will be good enough to hold it in place for our card journeys. So, as far as I can tell, this goes through the grommet, top goes through here, which is just about doing. Might need a wee bit of persuasion. Don't know if I'm actually chancing my luck here, because it's probably fine right now to just put back in the car. And there's two of them, so I could easily just do this with two. But I'm going to give it a bash. So that's through. That sits under here, like so. This goes on the top. There's a slight curve, don't know if you can pick it up. There's a slight curve on it, and the curve is in the right place. And I'm going to, this then goes on the top, and you give it a good whack. So, oops. So I'm going to give this a bash, literally. Oh yeah, bugger. The wee die's falling down, that's all. Just need to pick that back up. And I'll give this a bash. It will be out of shot for 2 seconds. Just need to get a hammer down onto the concrete. That one's in place, and done. And seems to have worked. Seems to have worked. There's nothing stuck to the die, at least. Hammer back. Give you a look at that. The grommet in place. Seems pretty good. Just came over the edge where it should. Securely on there. So now I just need to fasten this on, like so. Still fits. Put this on the other side, like so. Tighten that up. Do you know what I could do? I could actually, I'm going to pause and I'm going to get 2 washers. That'll hold it even more securely. Let me pause for now and try and bolster this a bit. Back again. So I've got a washer, and that will just increase the surface area of the hold. So I'll put the washer on. Just come through the right bit. Washer on the back. Put a wee bolt on. It's a bit more complicated than it needs to be, isn't it? But that's going to hold it a wee bit better, a wee bit snugger, more surface area, and that's in there nice and tight. Hand tight's fine, just like that. And then I'll just put this on. There we go. Move this around. And we are back in business. A much more secure hold. Much more secure hold than this flimsy plastic. Yeah, that's 100 times better. That's going to serve as well on these car journeys. So I'm going to go and put this in the car, and I'll show you a wee video of what it looks like. But we seem to have managed it. Thank God for that wee hole. Yeah, back in business. Happy with that. Everything's worked out good. 2 seconds for the final shebang. So this is the other one. As you can see, still on with the wee plastic tabs, and they're going to break. That's the old one. Here's a new one. It's just on with the wee screw, and it's 100 times better. It really is. It's better than new. It's better than it was. It's more secure. It's solid. Yeah. So excuse the tightness of the angle and stuff, but it's aye, it's worked out perfect. So it's at a nice height for them. They can watch their DVDs once we go to the zoo, or we go here, there and everywhere. Just connect up. In fact, I'm going to do the same with the other one, while the stuff's out. But aye, another thing fixed. Perfect. Happy with that. And I'm going to do the same with the other one whilst I've got the gear out. Thank you for watching my videos.